Hey y'all, Faith Kelly and Caswyn Moon here, and today we are sitting outside the Catskill Brewery, about to go in to host the Monday night open mic night right here in Livingston
at the Catskill
Manor.
Brewery in Livingston Manor.
Every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m.-ish. So yeah, if you're ever traveling through Highway 17, stop in Livingston Manor and grab a beer from the Catskill Brewery.
Get a beer.
Get a beer.
Catskill Brewery.
I'm from Duncannon, Pennsylvania. What do you expect from me? Sometimes
come on down, have yourself a devil's path.
Sometimes the words come out just a little extra.
I'm right there with you.
A little extra strange. But yeah, so today we have a very important topic to discuss here before we go into the open mic. The pros and cons that you did not know about of drinking water.
Watch how it makes fun. Pretty
water
designs,
and how it relates to UFOs. So first of all,
connection between your hydration and UFOs.
First of all, I'm going to take a sip of the water. You know, the strange thing about it is how clear it is. There is no real color to it other than reflection.
It's my favorite color.
Yeah, my favorite color is clear. That's what Pappy George always said. But so that's like the first thing about it. Like, what else other than glass is as clear as water? That makes me
cellophane.
It makes me suspicious about water.
Cellophane.
Oh. All right, true. But that's serious.
But you can't drink cellophane. You can drink water when you're thirsty.
And you have to drink water because it's rumored that the body is made of 98% water.
Yep.
And
so they say.
So we wanted to bring up some of the unknown pros and cons of drinking water today and how that relates to UFOs. So let's get right down to it.
The pros and cons of drinking water and the pros and cons of drinking water.
All of it.
Because you got drinking water like from taps, for example.
Oh, right. Drinking water.
Know? And I'm not a big fan of, well, you have a well, so
right.
we're kind of lucky in that aspect.
But we don't always have a well.
Do you ever taste tap water that they taste tap water that was like straight out of the pool?
Oh,
it's like
I mean, it's
water.
like when it gets stuck up in your nose, your nostrils goes down your.
That's
chemically. There's chemicals put into that water to make it a certain way.
We really have to have fluoride in our water.
That's a different topic. Fluoride's a whole different topic.
So anyway.
But I'd say some of the pros of drinking water.
You know when I really appreciated water? When we were in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're driving around the country and you're like, okay, where we live out here in the Catskills, there's a very beautiful river, the Delaware River, right beside us. And I grew up by the Susquehanna, and it's not as polluted as it once was, but there's been a lot of issues with that in the past.
Yeah, there used to be a saying that if you went swimming in the Susquehanna, you'd come out with an extra toe.
You're not supposed to tell them about my extra toe. That's the thing is, like, we live right by the Delaware, and it's protected water. It's very delicious. You can swim in it, and our well is great. But when you're out in the desert, it starts to get real where it's like, wow, you know,
it's really real.
I want to go swimming right now, and
nowhere to swim.
There's just nothing, you know.
No water. That's a con.
That is a con. That if you don't have water, you're gonna want water. That is a con of water.
Pro of water is it cures your cotton mouth.
Yeah, big
you have
pro.
Cotton mouth. You take a sip of water.
Yep.
Helps you singing.
Yeah, a big pro.
You know, it keeps you alive.
Hydrated.
Life.
Yeah, water is life. You know, like, I don't think you can't be human without water, which that's kind of a con, in my opinion. You can't be human without water. So if you were like, oh, I hate water, you couldn't even be human because.
Well, I heard a rumor that like 90% of people's health ailments is the simple fact that they don't drink enough water. You know?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are running around every day, especially in this humidity and this heat. They're all dehydrated and they don't even know it. You know?
Sweating profusely. That's one of the biggest cons for me about drinking water is that when I drink a lot of water, which I do, I wake up and the first thing I do, I drink water. As many cups of it as possible, and right before bed I drink as many cups of it as possible.
Now, before I say this next statement, if I disappear and come back, it's not me.
It's the water?
No, it's going to be someone else. So I'm just going to say the direct correlate connection between water and UFOs is that they live under the water. They're not from outer space. They're from...
So the more water that you drink, the more connected you are.
There's water above and there's water below.
To the UFOs. Well, and here's the thing I was saying, kind of pros and cons. This goes in the pros and the cons category. When you drink a lot of water, you sweat a lot, you pee a lot.
There's a UFO in Parker Canyon in Arizona. There's also a UFO in Okeechobee in Florida.
Yes, we've seen him. Well, actually, I could put the picture right there.
I'm pretty sure there might be a UFO in the Ashokan in Woodstock, but I'm not positive about that yet.
There's UFOs everywhere.
They're underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, when we say UFO, we don't know if it's aliens or government or Atlanteans or anything. It's
Pretty
an
sure it's
unidentified
aliens. I'm
flying
yeah.
object.
Yeah.
But what's an alien? That's going to happen. Maybe that'll be
What is an alien?
Saturday's video. What is an alien? And we will go over that. But here's one of my biggest cons of drinking water.
I always tell people if you want to see an alien, just look in the mirror.
You got a hair in your face. When you drink a lot of water, and I drink a lot of water, and I pee quite a lot. Say hi, my shrimp. Check out our friend Frank Hurricane. He's got great music.
He likes water.
He does, yeah. But so here's the thing: you drink a lot of water and you pee a lot, right? And sometimes I don't know if anyone else has
The water
felt this
is more
way.
or less a piss laxative.
It is a piss laxative. And, I mean, it cleanses out toxins, which is a huge thing. It cleans out your liver. But the thing is, sometimes I drink so much water, and like, say you're stuck in traffic, and you gotta pee so bad that you're getting
Constant till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, about till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm peeing every 20 minutes. But the thing is, if you gotta hold it, and you finally get to pee, it's like tripping. It gets trippy. It's like you get high off the piss.
A good piss can change your whole reality.
So what the thing is,
So water is a life changer as well.
Water gets you high. Just gonna let you guys take that in for a second.
Yep.
Water gets you high.
Go ahead, test the theory.
Because the more water you drink, the more you gotta pee.
Delicious.
It is really good water. Because the Catskill Brewery, they have a water tap, and so that you don't get too drunk. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very thoughtful.
I like to when I'm going out and I'm enjoying some fine handcrafted brews. I like to do like a ratio of a cup of water per every 2 beers.
Yeah.
You know, so like
or a cup of water per beer. Same with coffee.
That's a lot of thing when you're drinking. You know, a lot of people forget to hydrate while they're drinking because you're drinking a liquid.
That's where the hangover comes in.
Yeah, that's where the hangover comes in. So if you drink a cup of water per every 2 beers, you won't get a hangover, and you'll feel great all night.
You will pee a lot, and those pisses are going to get you high. So depending on your opinions of being high, that could be a pro or con of water.
Have you ever been walking around, right? You're walking around and you just seem like agitated. Like, there's nothing really wrong. You're just like, all of a sudden you're just angry for no reason.
Chug water.
Yeah. Well, no, it's because you have to pee. Sometimes we forget that.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden
you're like,
oh man, I have to pee. And then you go pee and you come back and your whole reality is different.
Well, that's okay. That's another thing. Sometimes pissing or peeing, urinating, will change your whole reality. You know, like,
you can't do that without water.
Water, a reality changer. It gets you high. It
hydrates you.
That's
why they call it hydration.
Holy crap.
Hydration.
Wow.
And then you go and you sit under the rapids. You know.
That's another thing. Water can cool you down, and it can warm you up.
Yeah, if you listen to Frank Hurricane, he tell you, man. He says, "Go to Holy Creek, let the rapids wash over me." Man, it's like it's cleansing too.
Yeah.
The water can cleanse your soul.
Wow, it's very true, and it will cleanse your body too. If you're stinky,
makes you smell better.
You get in the water, and preferably you should use some soap. But I feel like even just rinsing the sweat off, which is weird because you sweat because you drink the water.
It'll level up your social graces for sure.
It's all connected, man. This water thing is water is trippy, and
everybody loves water. Even David Byrne from the Talking Heads sings about water.
And here's the thing, connecting water to UFOs. when you have a fine piss and you might feel a little trippy, and then you might look up and say, oh my gosh, is that a UFO?
Because you look up.
Is it because you're tripping off the piss, or is it because you're...
It's because water makes you look up.
Well, sometimes when I'm pissing in nature, I'm looking down because I don't want to piss on my foot.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So...
Piss foot.
But then you're done, you're like, whew. Then you look up and you're like, what is that up there? And, you know, it goes right back to reality changing.
Another nice thing about water, another pro about water, is it cleanses your palate when you're eating a dinner. You know? It's not like coffee.
It washes stuff
Yeah,
down.
It's not like coffee or beer, you know? I don't like eating food when
It
I'm
stimulates digestion.
Yeah.
You can make tea, coffee. We wouldn't have no coffee without
coffee.
water.
We wouldn't have coffee without water. Holy shit. Imagine that.
You know, there's a lot of stuff we wouldn't have without water, so...
Yeah. We wouldn't have Earth without water.
No. We wouldn't have existence without water.
Or would we?
On that note, I hope that you guys liked today's YouTube video. And what do you think? What are we going to talk about on Saturday?
How to spot an alien? Or is it too early?
I don't know. How to spot an alien sounds pretty good. How to spot an alien and how maple syrup can help.
Mm-hmm.
That might be it, because we're going to...
Yeah, we need to talk about how to spot an alien before we talk about the Illuminati.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about... We'll get there on that. We will get there. Anyways, guys, we hope that you're having a beautiful week. Thank you for stopping by our silly little YouTube channel. Just letting you know, if you're just coming across this, Kaz and I are musicians, and we're a solo duo act, and we both have Instagrams and pages and music. So if you find me on my Instagram, that's where we post all of our food reviews, where we usually are drinking water and eating burritos.
There's always a glass of water.
There's always a glass of water. And if it's not water, it's the coffee, which you would have no coffee without the water. So, yeah, check it out, guys. Thanks for being here. Love y'all.